If you're watching this video, chances are you've seen Initial D. And if you're anything like me, this is going to be a hard pill to swallow. But there are some people who haven't seen Initial D. I know, it's crazy, right? But that had me wondering, how would a guy who has no idea about Initial D and Touge rank Initial D cars? I jumped in a call with my friend who has zero car knowledge, and we did exactly that on a tier list. And I'm pleased to announce, I now have the answer. Watch until the end to find out, and I think you'll be pretty surprised by the result. So you can see the tier list, yeah?
Yeah, I see the tier list.
Obviously, I have all the idea about the show. You have no idea. You can confirm it to the viewers right now. You can be like,
absolutely, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea what is going on.
I'll show the first one, and I'm gonna try as least as possible to make you.
Can we just go through the tier list for a second? Because how is knacks whip underneath rust bucket? A knacks whip is different from a rust bucket.
When we see a knacks whip, it's just like we don't really call them rust buckets.
Yeah, I think rust bucket's very like American thing, isn't it?
I was gonna say that as well, actually. So yeah, we got Touge Legends for the Legends on the Mountain Pass. Whip and a half, because I've been saying that so much recently. Solid whip is like, yeah, it's above like, yeah, that's a car.
It's one whip.
I'm not sure why I didn't do that. I was thinking to do whip and a half and then whip, but I just put solid whip. Nah, rust bucket and knacks whip. So yeah.
So nah is awful anyway. I can't believe there's two categories that are gonna be worse than that.
It does just jump from yup, that's a car to nah. There's no in between. I'll show you the first one. Ready?
Alright, here we go. First car.
What are your initial impressions on this one?
Initial impressions, I like the colour. It's very sort of low riding. It's got speed on it. It looks like a speed demon.
Oh yeah.
It looks quite old. It seems like it's quite an old whip.
Yeah, that's gonna be a trend, I think.
And that's gonna be a bit of a downgrade for me, I think. So I think a solid whip. But it's the first one, so we can move around later if we need. We don't want to get too high on the first one, I think.
I'll put this one, yeah, in solid whip.
Right in solid whip, yeah.
Here's the next one.
Now that is bro.
Nah.
What the is that? No. That is a nah from me.
What are you thinking? Why is that one?
But
that
nah? Is a nah, and I'll tell you why it's a nah. It's because it looks like a square, bro. It looks like someone drew it in Minecraft. I also don't like how like the front headlights are so thin. You know what I mean? I feel like cars should have bigger headlights. I don't know.
Because we'll see some cars that headlights are super thin, and some where it's just the main staple of the car. So yeah, fair enough. What tier are you saying?
That's going to be a nah from me. It's not terrible. It's not a knacks whip, but I just don't think it is. It's up there.
It's in the nah.
It's in the nah category for me. It's going to be a nah from me. Alright. Okay, that would be a knacks whip, but the rims on it are actually kind of sleek. It's a rust bucket for me.
The thing is, with most of these cars, is I've tried to find ones that look like the show, but obviously some of the things are a bit different. Can't fault you on that. The rims are beautiful. Which one are you saying, rust bucket?
Right down to rust bucket. I see you trying to put in Touge Legends. Absolutely not. Ooh. Now, you know what I was saying about the boxy whip? I'm going to sound like a hypocrite here, but I actually like that. That is a solid car right there.
What kind of person you imagine in this car?
Well, how person I'm imagining like a skinny guy. Like a skinny, tall, like lanky. That car, it looks like it's got something speedy under it. Do you know what I mean? It looks like it's got a bit of pace about it.
Oh yeah. What rank are you saying for this one?
I think that might be our first whip and a half.
Okay, yeah, I think
I'm reserving Touge Legends for something really special. If there is something that really piques my interest.
All right, here we go.
Now that is my kind of thing. I mean, even if you look at the road underneath it, you can see it's going fast. It's got speed about it. Now again, the headlights are very small, which makes the face of the car. You ever thought about this? Like, you know when you look at a car from the front or like the back, and it kind of looks like a face. It's like the license plate is like the mouth. So I think this one is like when the headlights are too small, for me it just makes the face of the car look very small.
It's just ruining it.
It's ruining it. But I think it's still a solid whip. It gets the points from the spoiler. I like it's not a hatchback. It's like more of a saloon car. I do prefer saloons, I think.
Yeah, I love that analysis, by the way.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you find gems like this on this YouTube channel.
Hold up real quick. If you made it to this part of the video, then congrats. You're now a certified Touge Legend. If you like what you see, consider subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind. The spoiler is like that. I don't know if you've seen this meme or that post where dads have put their kids to like sit and eat their food like it's a table.
Oh, that's the kind of we would do, to be fair.
What are we putting it?
Yeah, that's a solid whip for sure.
Solid whip, okay, got it.
I mean, if it had a better face, it almost had a Touge Legend potential. But I'm obviously going off of looks here because we don't know anything about the cars.
Yeah, no knowledge
No knowledge.
Ranking.
This is a no knowledge run. Now that might be our first Touge legend.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
off of the headlights alone. And extra points if you can make the headlights go up and down independently, so it looks like the car's winking. But even then, the colour, the lowness of it, the rims on it, wow. I think that might be our first Touge legend, my friend. More of that. Whack it straight in. I think I see it. Is that a Nissan badge there? Nissans are known for having a bit of pace about them as well.
Now we're switching things up with this one, so this is a bit different from what we got.
This is a bit of a different one, yeah? Ooh! This is the corrupt president whip, yeah. I mean, in terms of speed, there's nothing there, I don't think. It looks like it's comfortable to drive. But that's not what we like to see, is it? We don't like to see comfort in driving. We want to see the revs getting really high, the engine making a good sound. I mean, for me, that is a knacks whip right there, especially because it's so old. Imagine if you saw that on the road these days.
I think the fans...
You think some sort of 80-year-old pensioner drives it? That's the kind of car it is.
So it's going in knacks whip.
It's our first knacks whip.
I think the fans are going to be very happy with this. So, yeah, let's
well,
this one.
It's a nice whip. I think some people might argue it's got a bit of personality about it, but I think to those people I say, being old is not a personality trait. And if you think about it, right, there's like an era of cars, like cars from like the 80s. There's really like the long like American muscle cars. They're old, but they're like nice. And then the cars nowadays are nice. There was that weird point in like the 2000s, like the early 2000s, where all the cars just look. This is from that time period.
Yeah, the manufacturers did do that. They're like, let's just not make a good car and let's just spend no money. I mean, I guess this car is like Mercedes, like you said, it's Mercedes luxuriousness, but I mean, for all the reasons mentioned, it is a knacks whip.
It is a nice whip. It is a nice whip.
What are we saying about this?
What are you saying about that?
Might look a bit familiar.
From where? Where are you saying that
from? One of the previous cars that we put.
Yeah, because I'm recognizing those skinny headlights. I'm recognizing them, and I think that's got to be a nah from me straight off the bat because of those skinny headlights. In cars where the bumper, like, it's plastic. I mean, I think most bumpers these days are plastic still, but they sort of paint it to look like it's not.
Or it's just not as tacky.
Yeah, exactly. This it looks tacky. It looks cheaply made. Whack it in with the other small headlight, bro.
They can just be there together and
They can be there together with their little headlights.
So, okay, let's see.
The final three. We still don't have anything in the green category. Yep, that's a car.
So we're going to see if any of them are indeed cars. We're about to find that out.
So I think to be, yep, that's a car, you have to be just such a mid-whip.
Here we go.
That's a Touge legend right there. I mean, you know me. I love the flip-up headlights. You see how on this the bumper is white as well? Like, I'm sure it's still plastic or whatever, but it sort of it fits in, and I think I see a bit of a spoiler at the back there actually. So I mean, I think maybe even put it on top of the current Touge legend. They
do look kind of similar. I mean, I don't know if it's just the white color, but
I think yeah, but they have a lot of similar features as well. Now you see this. I'm gonna hate to say it, I feel like we might be whacking two things in Touge legends here, and I think I've been sold by the headlights, honestly. But it's just it's low, it's lean. Look at the alloys on that. The color is beautiful. The spoiler on the back, like. That you see that, you know it's fast. It looks light. It's a fast, light car.
I know you said we don't want to put too many in the Touge Legends, but are you willing to make it one?
I think that is a Touge Legend for me.
I'm gonna do it.
I think it has to be.
And you know what? For me, it's kind of the same. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If it's pop-up headlights, it's automatically up there.
And we just don't see them these days anymore.
They care too much about safety.
Safety,
what is safety?
Your headlights turn on slowly. Yeah, shut up.
Never heard of that. Some people as well aren't a fan of the yellow color. I think that's one thing we can both agree on. Like, it actually stands out. It's like,
it stands out, right? I feel like if you're gonna get a whip that looks like that, having it in like black or something, it's just like you don't see black Ferraris are a bit knacks, aren't they? If you get a Ferrari, you get a red Ferrari. You get like a bright yellow Lamborghini.
I think that's so true. All the cars these days are like copied and pasted. Not gonna lie.
And exactly, black, grey, white. Like, you know, sort of get over yourself. Have a bit of colour in your life.
And now we've got the final car.
Here we go, the last one.
And I'm sure you've never seen it before. Ever.
Oh, this is you. This is you, sir.
Where are you ranking this? What are you thinking, first of all?
What am I thinking, first of all? It looks like a computer. Do you know what I mean? It's got like, I don't know, I guess it gives like the back of a PC vibes. You know where like a fan has like, there's like bars of plastic across it? It looks like that. And it's got the pop-up headlights, which I do like. But for me personally, I don't think it's Touge Legend category. It's not got a spoiler on it. It don't feel like that lean, mean racing machine. This is the kind of car that in an action movie they drive a tank over. I think it's a solid whip, and because of you, I'm going to push it out to whip and a half. But I
That's
don't think
interesting.
it's a Touge Legend. I don't think it's a Touge Legend. And honestly, it should be a solid whip, but you know, it's you, my friend. So we gotta make it a whip and a half.
No, that's an
I
honourable
mean, we're
choice.
going purely off looks here. We are judging all these books by their covers. I mean, it is what's under the hood that matters. Personality is important.
The interesting thing is we've put those in whip and a half, and actually both these. So the car on the left is the AE85, and the one on the right is the AE86. So they're basically like.
Well,
it's like the successor.
They would do something right because they're both whips and a half.
I don't want to get flamed for saying it, but the analysis is logical.
That's what I'm
Or-
saying. You know, people doubt me. We
That's
never
the
found
tier
the
list.
mid car to be yup, that's a car, but that's okay.
It's not okay. If you enjoyed this video, let us know in the comments and we'll rank the cars from second stage, third stage, and so on. And maybe then we'll find out which car belongs in yup, that's a car. That's all folks. I'll see you in the next one.